made back in 2018 with almost 10 seconds ahead of her competitors in the prelims earlier this morning. But I'm sure all 7 other athletes want to compete for that first place position. So we're in for a well competing heat here for this girls under 13 200 meter freestyle.
And it is Juliana who's first to that turn, but still only in the first lap, closely followed by Tashanya in lane number 5.
Going into that first 75 meters, Juliana Pereira with a 2x2 breathing. I'm sure she's going to sprint that third 50 to secure her first place position, but not giving her an easy fight are those lanes 3 and 5 right by her, competing with her till that first 100 is over in this 200 meter freestyle final.
Yes, really pushing her, especially now Nehansa, who's on her inside lane, lane number 3. Nonetheless, Juliana has managed to be the first to start that final 100 meters, but Nehansa and Tashanya on either side of her, really pushing her through, but she's managed to build her lead to about a body length or so.
Nehansa and Tashanya definitely competing for those top 3 positions in this final, but I do think Pereira will keep almost 1 whole body length ahead of the rest in this 200 meter freestyle final, girls under 13.
Yes, just a matter of finishing things off now for Juliana Pereira. It's a decent turn in. Will be interesting to see who takes second place, isn't it, Sitara? Nehansa and Tashanya in a close tussle for it.
Definitely, and both of them breathing to each other, definitely going to push through that last 75 meters of this 200 meter freestyle. Pereira swimming away with it in this girls under 13 200 meters, but it is definitely between lanes 3 and 5 for that second and third place position.
Yes, Juliana Pereira just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Fortunately, might miss out on that meet record by just a few micros on our unofficial timings. And it is lane number 3, Nehansa, who finishes in second, followed by Tashanya in third. But Juliana, 21.7, 2 minutes 31.7 seconds on our clock. And the meet record stands at 2 minutes 31.07 seconds. So is pretty close to that. We'll have to wait and see for an official confirmation. As we take a look at how the boys under 13 line up for the 200 meter freestyle finals in lane order from lane number 1. Sahojit, Sanuja, Hussein, Ulfat, Virakkodi, Hettiarachchi, Temika and Attanayaka.
Definitely up for a very interesting heat with almost 4 swimmers with 2 minutes and 37 seconds. So we're definitely in for an interesting final for this boys under 13 200 meter freestyle.
So best time in by Ulfat for Lyceum International School Vattala, coming in with 2 minutes 37.2 seconds, but like you said, most of them within just a second of each other. So it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Straight away, strong starts by lanes 4 and 8, Ulfat and Attanayaka. But it is Ulfat who has that early advantage of about a body length now, coming into the very first turn.
Hitting almost a 32 split in his first 50 of this 200 meters. I'm sure Ulfat has a plan to execute in this boys under 13 200 meter freestyle final.
So really pushing through now, but allowing some of his competitors to play some catch-up makes the race interesting for us. Some really good work by Sahojit in lane number 1, swimming for St. Joseph's College. He's going neck to neck with Ulfat.
A lot of Lyceums in this final for this boys under 13 category. Going into that second 100 of this 200 meters is Ulfat with the turn first. However, competing right neck and neck with him is lane number 3, Hussein from Royal College. Definitely going to use that third 50 to gain that advantage and finish off this race in a top 3 position.
So certainly lanes 2, 3 and 4 all stayed in it. And Sahojit on lane number 1 not giving up. So it'll all come down to that last lap and that last turn that they get.
Going into that final 50, it is Hussein from Royal College that hits the wall first. Definitely playing catch up in this 200 meter freestyle, trying to edge forward and get this win in this boys under 13 200 meter freestyle.
So certainly Hussein has done really well. Was under the pump against the likes of Ulfat and Sahojit, but now just pulling away in this last lap is Adil Hussein. And given a run for his money late on by Senut Sanuja in lane number 2, but will be a comfortable finish for Hussein, closely followed by Sanuja and then Ulfat in lane number 4. They'll claim the podium places in this boys under 13 200 meter freestyle.
Up next, we have the girls under 15 200 meter freestyle. In lane number 1, Kiara Ranaperu. In lane number 2, Inuli Senanayaka. In lane number 3, Disali Lokuvitana. In lane number 4, Alina Maufar. In lane number 5, Mindi Piyasena. In lane number 6, Megumi Kularatna. In lane number 7, Oshira Karuna Ratna. In lane number 8, Chenali Veera Singha.
Yes, the likes of Maufar and Lokuvitana, we saw them perform in their other events as well, isn't it, Sitara? So should keep an eye out for lanes number 3 and 4.
Definitely only milliseconds differentiating the two of them. So definitely up for a very good final here in the girls under 15 200 meter freestyle.
And the current meet record held by Hiroki De Silva, 2 minutes and 17.86 seconds, established in 2019. And all these swimmers had to meet a entry time of 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and they have done so quite comfortably, as it is neck and neck coming towards the end of that first 50 meters.
Going into that first 50 of this 200 meters, I do think it will be lane 6 and 3 hitting that wall first, closely followed by the rest of the heat. Definitely a good heat to watch this girls under 15 200 meter freestyle.
Certainly now into their second 50, pacing themselves nicely. You can see the likes of Maufa and Lokuvitana just trying to conserve their energy for those last couple of laps.
Of course, we do have Kularatna also in that outside lane, lane number 6, slightly edging forward in this first 100 of the 200 meter freestyle. Going into that second 100 and this third 50, definitely going to want to pick up that pace and finish this 200 meter freestyle off.
So now into that final 100 meters, clock just ticking under 1.5 minutes. Looks like it is lane number 6 who interestingly has the advantage, Megumi Kularatna. Another name that we've heard quite often at this 50th age group championship.
Going into that final 50 of this 200 meter freestyle final, Kularatna hitting that wall first, definitely going to push through this last 50 meters to secure her win in this girls under 15 category, but not far behind her is the rest of the heat in lanes 3, 4 and 5 competing for those top 3 positions.
Certainly Kularatna trying to run away with it as she enters that last 25 meters with a considerable lead. Just needs to put on the afterburners now and finish this one off. That's exactly what she's doing, trying to claim gold in the girls under 15 200 meter freestyle.
Going to the last 5 meters, Kularatna secures that goal place win. However, for that second and third, a very close finish by lanes 3, 4 and 5. What a race it has been, this girls under 15 200 meter freestyle.
Yes, certainly the closest one that we've seen so far in our 200 meter freestyle finals. And yes, what a swim it was from Kularatna. Managed to stay there and thereabouts throughout, and knew exactly when to pull away in those third and fourth laps. Really made it count when the rest of her competitors were tiring out. And what a contest we saw for second and third place as well. I think it's going to lanes 3 and 5. We'll have to wait for an official confirmation. So we move on now to the boys under 15 200 meter freestyle finals. And in lane order from lane number 1, Vijayaratna, Pereira, Ranavira, Pigera, Gunatilaka, Patirana, Nanayakara and Fonseca. And the best time in by AAS Pigera from St. Joseph's College with 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Definitely ahead of the rest of his heat is Pigera of St. Joseph's College. Let's hope he puts on that same performance in this final. But I'm sure the rest of his heat definitely competing for those top 3 positions in this boys under 15 200 meter final.
Yes, have to keep an eye out for Gunatilaka as well, isn't it, Sitara, in lane number 5. I think he too has impressed us so far.
Definitely, I think going into this first 50 of these 200 meters, the entire heat wanting to secure one of those top 3 positions and gain those medals in this national age group championship. But it does seem that Pigera will be taking a slight lead coming into finishing that first 100 of their 200 meters. Closely behind him will be lane numbers 3 and 5, Gunatilaka of Trinity College Kandy and Ranavira.
Yes, Pigera looks like he's going to be first to that turn, but very closely followed by Dinul Ranavira in lane number 3. Yes, Pigera first to begin his last 100 meters. And a good split for him as well. The clock just under 1 minute and 10 seconds when he did that.
Definitely going to that last bit of this 200 meter freestyle. Pigera picking up his pace. Definitely has a plan for this 200 meter freestyle. Going into the last 50 with almost a body length ahead of his second place swimmer in lane number 3. Well, competing for that is lane number 5 as well.
Certainly, but Pigera head and shoulders above the rest. It's like he'll comfortably finish this one off. Into the last 25 meters now. AAS Pigera for St. Joseph's College.
Dominating this boys under 15 200 meter freestyle is the Josephian in lane number 4. Almost 2 body lengths ahead of the rest, finishing with almost a split of 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Very impressive swim by this young man. Excellent
stuff from Pigera. Made this final look like one of the heats. How comprehensively he managed to win this one and secure the gold medal in the boys under 15 200 meter freestyle. Congratulated by his teammates, and the end of a long day's work for him, and probably a long 5 days as well. As we move into the under 17s now, starting with the girls in lane order from lane number 1, Kanesha De Silva, Hiteli Jayasinghe, Yunaya Pereira, Rushali Disanayaka, Anjali Satsarini, Harindi Vitana, SKA Suryarachi and Dahami Belpage. So Rushali Disanayaka with the best time in 2 minutes and 25 seconds. And the current meet record for the girls under 17 200 meter freestyle held by Lehara Melegoda, established just last year. Time of 2 minutes and 15.13 seconds.
Definitely going to be an interesting heat here for this girls under 17 200 meter freestyle. Rushali, Anjali, Yunaya, all well-known swimmers in this swimming arena. Definitely going to put on a good show for this girls under 17 200 meter freestyle final. Going into that first 50, it will be between lane numbers 3 and 4, Yunaya Pereira and Rushali Disanayaka for that first place, but it is very early in this race. Hitting almost a 30-second split in that first 50 of their 200 meter freestyle. Definitely having a plan, these young girls, in this girls under 17 200 meter freestyle final.
Yes, however, it is lanes 3 and 4. Neck and neck coming to the end of this first 100 meters. Pereira and Disanayaka, Rushali Disanayaka, we saw her excel especially in the longer distance swims, isn't it, Sitara?
If I'm not mistaken, Rushali did break a record yesterday as well at the 1500 meters, definitely dominating all the events is Rushali Disanaika going into that third 50 of her 200 meters. Both swimmers neck and neck here in this crucial 50 of a 200 meter swim. Definitely going to want to push each other through to that finish line.
Yes, in a way you could say she's lucky she has Yunaya Pereira for company. Both of them can push each other on, make sure they finish this race and finish it to the best of their ability.
Definitely coming up to that last 50 meters, hitting the touch pads almost at the same time. Definitely going to want to take maximum advantage of their underwaters, and just like that, Rushali Disanaika slightly edging forward, but not far behind her is Yunaya Pereira, breathing to Rushali's side, so definitely going to want to push through that last 25 meters. But I do think Rushali Disanaika is slightly edging forward in this last 15 meters of the 200 meter freestyle.
It's been cheered on by the crowd as well. Both these swimmers can see, like you said, not breathing in that last 25 meters or so, trying to give it their all. And yes, it is Rushali who will finish with a time of 2 minutes and 16 seconds. Just a few micros above the meet record of 2 minutes and 15.13 seconds. And she was closely followed by Yunaya Pereira. And the two of them comfortably seal in first and second place in the girls under 17 200 meter free.
Hopefully for her sake, our unofficial time is wrong and she did break that record. But what a swim by those two young ladies in this girls under 17 200 meter freestyle.
So the action just keeps getting more and more tense as you take a look at how that race went. It's a 2-horse race right until the end. But Rushali doing just enough in the end, beating Yunaya by just a body length or so. As we now move into the boys under 17 200 meter freestyle finals. And in lane order, from lane 1 we'll have Danish, Mendis, De Silva, Elisha, De Silva, Ganindu, Vikramasinghe and Disanaika. And KVT Elisha in lane number 4 swinging for Thurston College, coming in with a time of 2 minutes and 7.53 seconds, the best timing from the heats.
Definitely another name to look out for is Jaden De Silva as well, clocking a 2.7 as well. And going into this first 50 of this 200 meter freestyle, a very even heat, I would say, with Jaden De Silva and KVT Elisha slightly ahead of the rest, clocking almost a 29 split in their first 50 of this 200 meter freestyle.
So really set the tone, really hit the ground running, and still for all, most of these swimmers tightly packed, especially those in lanes 4 and 5, Elisha and De Silva, the two front runners for this boys under 17 title.
Going into finishing that first 100 of this 200 meter freestyle is Jaden De Silva of Stafford International School. That's going to hit the wall first, hitting almost a 1 minute split, hoping to better that in the final 100 of this 200 meter freestyle. Not far behind him is Elisha of Thurston College, as well as lane number 6, Dulaksha Ganindu, competing for those top 3 positions in this boys under 17 200 meter final.
So it'll all come down to this last lap, isn't it, as they approach that final turn. And it will be lane number 4 who is first to it. That's Elisha, closely followed by De Silva, and both of them being kept in check by Dulaksha Ganindu as well in lane number 6. So
Elisha coming to that last 25 meters slightly ahead of the rest, definitely going to want to push through the last bit and take minimum amount of breaths to finish off this 200 meter freestyle and secure his gold medal in this boys under 17 category.
This looks like he has just enough in the tank to get there ahead of De Silva. Elisha 2 minutes and 4 seconds, closely followed by Jaden De Silva, and Dulaksha Ganindu will finish in third. And two of them, great to see the camaraderie, pushing themselves all the way. And they'll share gold and silver medals for the boys under 17 200 meter freestyle. Let's take a look at the replay of that race. It was very close right until about that third lap, where we saw a couple of the swimmers break away, and that effort on the turn probably what got Elisha through eventually to see him bag that gold medal.
Up next, we have the girls under 2200 meter freestyle. In lane number 1, Sachini Gamage. In lane number 2, Andrea Tirukuma. In lane number 3, Vandani Fernando. In lane number 4, Pamriti Jaratna. In lane number 5, Lehara Melegoda. In lane number 6, Nethali Outscrewn. In lane number 7, Sinara Ranavaka. And in lane number 8, Sanitya Geena Divi Rakkodi.
So it is Pamudi Jayaratna of Vishaka Vidyalaya alongside Lehara Melegoda coming in with the best time in identical timings, 2 minutes and 20.18 seconds. And the meet record for this event held by Kimiko Rahim, established back in 2016, the time of 2 minutes and 7.83 seconds.
Going into that first 50 with a 30-second split on our unofficial clock. Definitely have a plan for this 200 meter freestyle, these young girls. Leading this is definitely lane numbers 4 and 5, Vandani Fernando and Pamdi Jaratna, well-known names in this swimming arena.
So pushing each other through as they come towards the end of the first 100 meters, almost synchronize the both of them. And we've seen another contender emerge in lane number 5. So once again, all the traffic going through those center lanes. Fernando, Jayaratna and Melegoda go in toe-to-toe. So they are into the crucial third lap now.
Going into this third lap is Melegoda, slightly edging forward from her competitors in lane numbers 4 and 3, Paundi Jayaratna and Vandani Fernando, taking that lead in this third 50 of this 200 meter freestyle final.
It's coming towards that final turn now. Looks like it will be Melegoda who is first to it and gets quite a decent underwater into to push herself and give herself about a body length's worth of lead now, heading into that final 50 meter lap.
Going into that last 25 meters with a half a body length lead is Melegoda, with a close competition by lane numbers 4 and 3, Pamudi Jayaratna and Vandani Fernando, getting those top 3 positions in this girls under 2200 meter freestyle. And just like that, Melegoda touching the touchpad first with a very good fight by lane numbers 4 and 3, Pamdi Jayaratna and Vandani Fernando.
So Melegoda, the record holder of the girls under 17 category, now clinching the gold medal in the girls under 20. 2 minutes and 17.31 seconds. 3 seconds better than her qualified time. So probably a new personal best for her as well, and what a way to get it and what a time to get it. We're into the boys under 2200 meter freestyle now, and we'll take a look at the starting lineup. Lane order from lane number 1, Akash Prabhashwara, KVS Fernando, Netuka Pereira, Litum De Silva, BDG Supyashila, WMS Fernando, Yashit Vijay Sundara and Setidu Dinuka. Once again, 4 of those swimmers within that 2 minutes and 3 seconds to 2 minutes and 4 seconds mark. So we can expect another tight race.
Going into that first underwater in this 200 meter freestyle is lane number 7, slightly ahead of the rest, Yashit Vijay Sundara of Stafford International School. But a very well competed heat is this boys under 2200 meter freestyle final. Getting almost a 28-second split is Yashit, leading this 200 meter freestyle. Definitely competing with those middle lanes, Litum De Silva, Netuka Pereira, WMS Fernando for these top 3 positions.
Yes, certainly, but still nothing much separating them, as it's going to be Vijay Sundara in lane number 7 who's first to that turn and to start out the final 100 meters, closely followed by De Silva and Supeshila in lanes 4 and 5.
75 meters to go in this 200 meter freestyle boys under 20 final. Vijay Sundara keeping the lead he got at the beginning, closely followed by Lithum De Silva in lane number 4.
Certainly, and into the final 50 meters now. It is still Vijay Sundara with that lead. Will De Silva have something to say about it now? He's slowly but surely catching up. You can see Vijay Sundara struggling, just running out of gas there, and it looks like it's going to open the door for De Silva to potentially try and overtake him, but they'll run each other mighty close as they're into that final 25 meter stretch now. It's between Vijay Sundara and Lithum De Silva. It's going to be a really close one to call, but looks like Vijay Sundara did just enough in those earlier laps to get the best time in 1 minute and 58.56 seconds in. But kudos must go to Lithum De Silva. He really gave it his all and made up some really important lost ground in those third and fourth laps. Let's take a look at the replay there. It was Vijay Sundara with the lead, but then De Silva really gave it his all in the last couple of laps, but unfortunately it was too little too late from him, and Yasit Vijay Sundara will clinch the gold medal in the boys under 2200 meter freestyle.
Up next we have the women's 20 and over 200 meter freestyle with Chamodya Bandulasena in lane 2, Navanjana Sirivardhana in lane 3, Hiruki De Silva in lane 4, Dinali Karuna Dasa in lane 5, and Galina Basnaga in lane 6. A killer whale packed heat this is here in this women's 20 and over 200 meter final.
Yes, and the best time in by Hiruki De Silva, 2 minutes and 9 seconds, and that is just a micro away from Michiko Rahim's meet record from 2016, 2 minutes and 9.02 seconds. So potentially a new meet record on the cards here.
Actually, it's a full killer whales final here for this women 20 and over 200 meter freestyle, with Hiruki De Silva hitting that 50 meter mark first in this 200 meter freestyle, closely followed by Dinali Karuna Dasa and Navanjana Sirivardhana.
Certainly, but De Silva staying true to that favourite tag, motoring through this first couple of laps. Now it's just a matter of accelerating and going for that meet record if she so wants to. But credit to Basnayaka as well, isn't it? Sitara being a para swimmer, swimming the finals of a national age group championship. No mean feat to swim amongst some big names as well in the local circuit.
Definitely training with them, competing with them, all these killer whale swimmers coming to this final. Hiruki De Silva definitely trying to aim for that record created by Michiko Rahim back in 2016 with the timing of 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Hopefully she will be able to break it here at the Sugadadasa Stadium for this women 20 and over 200 meter freestyle final.
Certainly, clock just ticking over that 1.5 minute mark as she's about to take her final turn. Just a few seconds between her and potentially a new record. Has about 20-25 seconds to try and make up that last 25 meters. It's going to be a close one. Hiruki De Silva comfortably has that gold medal in the bag. As the clock ticks over the 2 minute mark, she's into that final stretch now. Does she have the gas on her? Fortunately, doesn't look like it, but nonetheless, what an excellent swim this has been from Hiruki De Silva to comfortably take gold in the Women's Open here at the 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championships.
Definitely followed behind her for second place is Dinali Karuna Dasa and Navanjana Sirivardhana as well as Galina Basnaika for those top 4 positions in this women 20 and over 200 meter freestyle final.
So, brilliant swim. So take a look at the replay there. It was all about Hiruki from start to finish. And no real competition from her killer whale partners. As well now move into the men's open 200 meter freestyle event to round off the 200 meter freestyle finals for today. And for that, your lineup from lane number 1, GM Kumar, Chris Pavitra, Disandu Nirial, Kavisha Tenuvara, MN Ranatunga, and TD Fernando. And the best qualifying time by Nirial, 1 minute 56.95 seconds, the only sub 2 minute swimmer in this category.
Showing exactly why he has only the sub 2 minute timing. Disandu going into that first 50 with almost a body length ahead of the rest of the pack. Hitting a 25 split on our unofficial clock. Going into the second 50 of this 200 meter freestyle. Disandu creating almost a 2 body length lead in this final. Followed closely behind is lane numbers 3 and 5.
Yes, Nirial just motoring through, representing Killer Whale Aquatics, alongside plenty of Forces representatives in the other lanes, but Nirial now comfortably in front, has about a 20-25 meter gap between him and the next closest. It's like it's going to be a comfortable swim for him from here on. You can see just taking it a bit easy now. Just a matter of finishing it off for him. He knows he has that gold medal in the bag.
Definitely. I'm sure he's here trying to better his timing. Captain of the Killer Whales Aquatic team, if I'm not mistaken. Followed closely behind him is Chris Pavitra and Kavisha Tenuvara in those lanes 3 and 5, trying to secure their podium positions in this men's 20 and over 200 meter freestyle final.
So, but looks like it's going to be comfortable for Disandu Nirial. The clock just ticks over the 1 minute and 50 second mark. Won't better his seeded time, but that doesn't matter, isn't it? Got the gold medal in. And like you said, closely followed by Pavitra and Tenuvara. It's like it will be Chris Pavitra in lane number 3 to clinch that silver medal. 2 minutes and 2 minutes on the dot and 57 micros for Nirial. It will be Kavisha Tenuvara to clinch the bronze medal. So you take a look at the replay of that race there. Was dominated really from start to finish by Nirial, and didn't really face any competition, just pulled away in those second and third laps. Then was just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, we come to an end of the 200 meter freestyle events, and to take you through our next set of finals, our very good friends Randeep and Reshwan.
Thank you, Nathan, and thank you, Sitara. And now we're moving on to the girls under 11 200 meter IM, and lining up lanes 1 through 8. We have E. Edrisinghe, W. Tharunadi, Kinara Pereira, Vonara Hevagama, Abhimani Yatavara, Shanali Imara, and Resandi Vidurija and S. Abesekar to round up the 8 swimmers. And this is the 200 meter individual medley. So you see all 4 strokes on display here. This is still the early stages of the groups, and then we'll move on to the seniors as well. But definitely exciting finals so far, haven't we had, Reshwan?
Indeed, Randeep. It's been a massive day of swimming here at the Sugurdasa swimming pool complex. And things have gone in the right way. We've seen some competitive races. We've seen races going right down to the wire as we approach an exciting passage of the finals of this 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championship 2026. It's been long and hard 5 days in the pool as we approach the final bits of this 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championship.
And at the moment it's lanes 3 and 4, that's Kinara and Vonara. And also in lane number 6, that's Shanali Imara. So those are the 3 front runners, and at the moment it's a battle between lanes 3 and 4. And Vonara, who clocked in the fastest prelim timing, is the favorite in this event. And at the moment she's given a great challenge by Kinara and Shanali, heading in to the first 100 meters now. And now for the breaststroke, and then we'll come up for the freestyle. So definitely going to be an exciting finish amongst the three front runners at the moment.
Indeed, Randeep, and Kinara Pereira off that wall. She got some momentum, and she'll continue to be in pole position to go over and get a finish in the podium. It's a very close tussle here. It's very closely contested between the likes of Kinara, Vonara, and Abhimani Yatavara in lane number 6, in lane number 5 rather. They're all still in it as we approach the final few meters of this third lap, and this turn off the wall will be very, very crucial.
And first off the wall is lanes number 5, and then followed by 4 and 3 as well. So now the battle between Vonara Abhimani and Kinara, and it's definitely going to be an exciting last 25 meters as well. And the record in this particular event is 3 minutes and 9 seconds, which will be difficult to eclipse, but these swimmers will want to best their prelim timings, isn't it, Rashwan?
Indeed, and it's a close tussle as you see on your screens. In lane number 4, Vonara just falling back, but a fierce battle between lane number 3, Kinara, and in lane number 5, Abhimani. It was Abhimani who got off the wall ahead, but who will go on to touch that wall first will be Abhimani in lane number 5, and what a finish. And just falling back was Kinara, followed by Vonara. And that was an exciting finish in the girls under 11 200 meter medley relay, and that was just brilliant.
The highlights here as well. In the first 100 meters it was Vonara leading, but after that Abhimani managing to get a great turn and taking the lead in the last 25 as well. It's Abhimani who finished first with a timing of 3 minutes and 17 seconds, so she's bested her prelim timing as well. So amazing swim by her, and the silver medal to Vonara, and then Kinara for the bronze as well.
This is a starting lineup in the boys under 11 200 meter individual medley. In lane number 1 is M. Thaimid. Lane number 2 is Shaheen Shiraz. Lane number 3, Nirod. 4, Omet Patirana. Gavara Parnabidana from Nalanda College, who had a brilliant heat, I remember, earlier this afternoon. DT Samranaik in lane number 6. Matisha in lane number 7. And to wrap things up in lane number 8, it's Litesh Sridharam.
And like you rightly mentioned, Reshwan, Gavara Paranavidana in lane number 5 is in the lead at the moment, but is challenged by Omet Patirana. So the boy from Nalanda in lane number 5, and Lyceum International School Gampa in lane number 4. That's the tussle for the gold and silver medal at the moment. And also they're closely followed by DT Samranayaka in lane number 6. And in lane number 2, Shahim Shiraz as well, as you can see on your screen. Lovely shot there of all the swimmers. At the moment, battle for first place. And it's lane number 4, Omet Patirana, who has taken the lead now, heading into the last 15 meters of the backstroke lap. Definitely going to be an exciting finish, as we see a late surge by Shahim Shiraz in lane number 2. So he's managed to catch up with the leaders, and it's definitely going to be interesting heading into the last 100 meters.
Indeed, a massive 50 meters coming up for the likes of Gavana Parnavidana in this breaststroke. He'll need to maintain his lead, because that final 50 meters is basically a sprint. So it's a matter of how he takes things to his hand in this penultimate.
And you can see the battle for that bronze and silver medal as well across the lanes 2, 3, 5 and 6. And at the moment it's Omet Patirana leading, heading into the last 15 meters of this breaststroke length. but he's closely followed by Kaura Paranavidana, who was having the lead initially and has conceded it to Ometh, and Ometh will touch the wall first and start the final 50, which is the freestyle. It will be a sprint, an all-out battle for that gold, silver and bronze medal. And lanes 3, 4, 5 and 6, those are the lanes to watch out for, as you can see on our screen as well.
Indeed, Randhiran. I think Ometh Pathiran coming into this final with the best timing, as once again he's proved a point here that he will go on and finish in that first spot, and trying to finish with a podium position, the lads in lane number 3 and 5.
And difficult to call who got the silver medal there in lane number 3 or lane number 5, but it's Ometh, Gaura and Nirod who will share honors in the podium, and definitely a dominant display by Ometh for Lyceum International School, Gampaha. And that brings us to the end of the boys under 11 200 meter individual medley final, and we'll be moving up an age category. It's the girls under 13 200 meter individual medley, and before that, this is the highlights of the previous race. It was Gaura Paranavidana who was leading initially, and Ometh Patirana did manage to snatch it away after the first 100 meters and bring the victory and the gold for himself as well. And now the starting lineup for the girls under 13, lanes 1 through 8, H. Herath, Devki Walpola, Kiara Bandara, Marian Suryarachi, S. Tasanya, Sanumi Nehansa, Siheli Lianage and Arya Christopher in the final lane. And it's definitely going to be interesting, and the one to watch out for is Marian Suryarachi, who's clocked in a timing of 2 minutes and 54 seconds in the prelims, and Tasanya also 2 minutes and 57 seconds, so sub 3 minute timing by those two, and just on the 3 minute dot is Kiara Bandara. So the middle lanes are the ones to watch out for, and after the first 50 meters it's Marian Suryarachi and Kiara Bandara in contention for that top spot, closely followed by Tasanya as well in lane number 5.
Indeed, once again now a final that is closely contested, but in pole position to go on and finish first is Kiara Bandara. Rather, it's Marian Suryarachi currently leading this race. It's Kiara Bandara who is in second. Suryarachi good off the turn, off the wall rather. Those turns really can give you plenty of momentum, and Suryarachi on your screens has been brilliant from the word go.
So now built a sizable lead, which will help her cause heading into the freestyle length, and she's built a couple of body lengths of a lead, and now the battle for that silver and bronze medal will be between lanes number 3 and 5. That is Kiara and Tasanya, and you can see Tasanya on your screen, little bit of an increased stroke rate, but now pulling away comfortably is Marian Suryarachi. You can see on your screen she's definitely pulling away and touches the wall to start the last 50 meters, which is the freestyle sprint, and touching the wall second will be Tasanya and third will be Kiara Bandara. So that will be the top 3 for sure in this particular final, but at the moment it's all about Marian Suryarachi, and she's put on a dominant display heading into the last 25. Looks like she's looking to better her timing and vie for that record as well, which is 2 minutes and 57 seconds and a couple of micros. We might see a record broken here in 2 minutes and 48 seconds, so there's still a chance for the record to be broken, and she just misses it out by a couple of seconds. Nevertheless, a mighty swim by Marian Suryarachi and a close tussle for that silver medal. And yes, it's lane number 5, Tasanya, who touches in second, and Kiara Bandara who touches in third to get the gold, silver and bronze medals respectively.
What a finish in that fight for second between Kiara Bandara and Tasanya. A brilliant finish.
And these are the highlights of the previous event. And it was Marian Suryarachi from Cyclone Aquatics, who has come down from Dubai and has put on a dominant display here at the National Age Group Aquatic Championships. And we're quickly moving on to the boys under 13 200 meter individual medley.
Indeed, yet another final coming up. DT Mahanama, Adil Hussein, Nehansa Virakodi, Setun Rajapaksa, Yasiru Jayadeva, Senut Hansira, MS Ammar, and Jabin Temira. Best timing in this final coming Setun Rajapaksa's way. 2 minutes and 53 seconds in lane number 4. Will be yet another thrilling one on the cards in this boys under 13 200 meter individual medley. As the sun starts to set here in Colombo, we approach the finals. It's been some interesting competition here. Still under the water in lane number 4 was Setun Rajapaksa. He was the last to come up, but he surely upped his speed here.
Unfortunately, we do not have the lane number 1 finalist DA Mahanama, and it will be 7 swimmers in this final, but definitely heading into the last 15 meters of the butterfly stroke, it's Setun Rajapaksa and Yasiru Jayadeva from Lyceum International School Nugegoda and Lyceum International School Panadura. That will come off in first and second respectively, but closely followed by Senut Hansira. And in lane number 3, Nehansa Virakodi. Definitely going to be interesting how these swimmers will go about the next 125 meters. And now taking the lead from Setun is Yasiru Jayadeva. So these two will be tussling it out for the gold medal. Yet also Senut Hansira, like I mentioned earlier, is still in contention to fight for that gold. He'll have to do a little bit more in terms of acceleration heading into the breaststroke. He'll have to best the two front runners. And at the moment now, once again, lead is exchanged, isn't it, Reshwan, between Setun and Yasiru?
Did a very, very close tussle there. Yasiru Jayadeva now edging past Setun Rajapaksa. Just what you want in finals like this, Randev. The competitiveness is so good as the swimmers just keep it all out there in the waters. And now Setun Rajapaksa back in the lead. It's a tipsy-turvy affair here as we approach the final 50 meters. And this coming off the wall to this final 50 will be very, very important. And with some momentum behind his back, Rajapaksa in the lead once again. Yasiru Jayadeva breathing right down his neck as they approach the final 25 meters. A massive finish needed from both these two swimmers. But as things stand, it's Setun Rajapaksa in the lead.
And Setun Rajapaksa now heading into the last 10 meters will want to make sure he does not slow down. And Yasiru Jayadeva putting all he can behind those strokes. You can clearly see he's motoring away, laboring away. But it is Setun Rajapaksa from Lyceum International School Nugegoda that gets the gold medal. And in the silver medal, it will be Yasiru Jayadeva. And just have to wait confirmation for the bronze medal. But nevertheless, a great swim by the front two. And I think it might be lane number 7, MS Ammar. Nevertheless, the highlights here as well. It was a close tussle between Setun and Yasiru in lanes number 4 and 5. And it was a exchange in between all 4 strokes, and as you can clearly see, they were in a league of their own, but it might be either lanes number 7 or 3 for that bronze medal. Might be Nehansa Virakodi from lane number 3, but we are moving on now quickly to the next event. Girls under 15 200 meter individual medley, and newly Karunaratna, Jitya Metanda, Elisha Samuel, Inuki Mutuhetti, Avyamala Singh, JT Mendes, Sanuji Yahansa and Yenuli Mendes to round up the 8 lanes. And off the blocks, great underwaters there by the middle lanes 4 and 5, Inuki and Avya, and it's even Stevens right now heading into the first 25 with Inuki just edging out her competitors, but still too early to call as this is the 200 meter IM. So 4 strokes and 50 into 4 is what we have. It's going to be interesting as the finals when we move up the age groups, the competitiveness, and also all 8 lanes are in contention for medals. And now in lane number 6 as well is JT Mendes from SNS Swimming Academy challenging for that top spot.
Indeed, Randev, silver up for grabs here, and all these competitions coming up are all finals, mind you, to all our viewers. And if you're just tuned in, you're here at the 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championship 2026, powered by HNB, and they bring you all live action. It's Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare.
And completing the second lap now is Inuki Mutuhetti from Lyceum International School, Wattala. And now she's built about a 1.5 body lengths lead. She's challenged by lanes number 3 and lane number 6, as you can see on your screen as well. That's Elisha Samuel and JT Mendes. So those two still in contention, and they'll want to fight for that silver and a bronze medal as well. At the moment, it's all about Inuki Mutuhetti, who's managed to build that lead, and she'll head into the last 50, which is the freestyle sprint, and she'll have confidence in her skill to bring that gold home. You can clearly see lane number 3. That's Elisha Samuel, who's increasing her stroke rate and trying to get ahead of her competitors in the names of Avya and JT Mendes in lanes number 5 and 6. But once again, the focus is on that girl there, Inuki Mutuhetti, who is motoring away and will head into the last 25 with about 2 body length lead. And now can clearly see a strong push by Elisha Samuel. She's closing in the gap a little bit. It'll be a tall order, but you never know. Heading into the last 15 now, she's closing the gap even more. So it's definitely going to be an interesting finish. And the battle for third, the bronze medal, is in lanes 5 and 6 as well. But if there was a little bit more meters, I think Elisha Samuel, who might have actually touched the wall before Inuki. And we are not too sure. As you can see, the top 2 swimmers for the gold and silver, as Elisha Samuel and Inuki Mutuhetti. Inuki Mutuhetti leading through and through the race. But what a mighty shift by Elisha Samuel in the last 25 meters. If we can get the replay on that last 25, we'll definitely see who touched the wall first. But on the highlights here, Ashwan, it was Inuki Mutuhetti all the way till the last 25.
Indeed, a brilliant race. That was a very, very close finish, and I think it would have been Inuki according to our visuals, but things can change down there. So take a look at the next final coming up. The boys under 15 200 meter individual medley is underway.
And lanes 1 through 8, we have W. Ashinta, Sehiru Punchiheva, Banul Gunavardhana, Devsit Mavil Mada, Aaron Diseram, Aaron Ranavira, Joel Bita, and Dilnet Fernando to round up the 8 finalists in the boys under 15 200 meter individual medley.
Indeed, in lane number 5, 6 and 7, all from St. Joseph's College, Aaron Disseram, Aaron Ranavira, and Joel Abita. Lane number 7 giving some fight to the lads in lane number 6 and 5. Joel Bitta trying his best to make some headway.
And currently the focus is across the lanes, and also in lane number 1 W Yashinta also in the mix, but at the moment touching the wall first will be Aaron Disseram, followed by Aaron Ranavira, 2 Josephians, and next is Deusid Mavil Mada, and in lane number 7 Joel Bitta as well. So we'll have a mix of Josephians, 3 Josephians actually, and also from Gateway College Colombo is Deusid Mavil Mada, and through the breaststroke he seems to be making some sort of headway towards Aaron Disseram, and around 20 meters to go now in this breaststroke length, and what a shift by Deusid Mavil Mada to close that gap.
Did brilliant. In lane number 5, Aaron Disseram now closing on to in that first spot as he turns off the wall, and it will be a very, very close tussle between Deusid and Aaron heading to the final 50 meters. And maintaining his lead is Aaron Disseram as we head into the final 25 meters. It's that close between the two swimmers. Deusid coming with a better timing, but just by milliseconds, as now Aaron Disseram will look to close it on and take home the gold medal in the boys under 15 200 meter individual medley. What a race between the two lads, and finishing in 4th position was Joel Bitta, and in that 3rd spot Aaron Ranavira. So 2 Josephians among the mix in the podium in the boys under 15 200 meter individual medley.
So definitely an exciting final in this boys under 15 category as well. And now we will be moving on quickly to the girls under 17 200 meter individual medley, and lining up lanes 1 through 8 we have Gisheni Lesari, Katie Damsarani, Amara Watson Kittle, Dilushi Dilshara, Naduli Gamage, Pavani Galagedra, Aheli Joseph, and Tinuli Setlini to round up the 8 finalists once again, as we are preparing for another final. And the record was held 12 years ago by Kimiko Rahim, 2 minutes 28 seconds and a couple of micros, which is highly unlikely to be beaten based on the prelim timings. But nevertheless, these swimmers are fighting for the gold, silver and bronze medals, and that's what's most important at the moment. And in lanes 2 and 4, that's Katie Damsarani and Dilushi Dilshara, the 2 front runners at the moment. And also in our lane number 8, that is Tinuli Setlini, who is looking to fight for a spot in the podium. And also in lane number 6, Pavani Galagedra. So we have quite a number of swimmers fighting for those podium spots, but it is off the turn heading into the backstroke. Lane number 2, Katie Damsarani from SNS Swimming Academy, one of the younger swimmers in this 8 lanes, and she seems to be doing extremely well heading into the last 25 off the backstroke. And she's followed by Dilushi Dilshara in lane number 4 for that 2nd spot. And it's nice to see right across the lanes we still have some sort of competition for the podium, and it's going to be an interesting finish for the bronze medal as well. And first to the wall for the 3rd length, which is the breaststroke, is Katie Damsarani, and in lane number 4 is Dilushi Dilshara, and lanes 3, 5 and 7, Amara Watson Kittle, Naduli Gamage and Aheli Joseph are the 3 swimmers fighting for that bronze medal. And Naduli Gamage at the moment definitely faster stroke rate than her competitors on top, and she's also now in the mix for that gold medal as we're heading into the last couple of meters for the 50-meter freestyle sprint. And first to the ball will be Dilushi Dilshara, as Katie Damsarani was also in the mix for the lead. And it's going to be an all-out battle in this freestyle 50-meter sprint. But it's at the moment the favorite Dilushi Dilshara who's ahead. But can Katie Damsarani cut off that lead and head into the last 25, challenging her competitor? And also in lane number 5, as you can see on your screens, Naduli Gamage from Museus College. So tussle between her and Katie Damsarani for the silver medal. But it is Dilushi Dilshara who will touch the wall first and bring the gold medal for herself. And touching the wall second will be Katie Damsarani. And in third, Naduli Gamage for the bronze. So a lovely end to the girls under 17 200 meter individual medley. And Dilushi Dilshara bettering her prelim timing as well. So she'll be proud that she got a personal best and the gold medal as well. And now we're moving on to the boys under 17 200 meter individual medley. And lining up lanes 1 through 8, we have Sinura Vijay Singh, Rehan Jayasuriya, Akalanka Nisal, AIM Hatim, Hesandu Kodagoda, Senuru Fernando, Abdul Rahman and Ahmed Fariz to round up the 8 finalists. And the record held for this particular event was a decade ago by Kaila Besinga. 2 minutes 10 seconds and a couple of micros. It's definitely going to be interesting as we have AIM Hatim, one of the recognized swimmers in this age category, who will be swimming in lane number 4. But lovely underwaters there by lanes number 4 and 6. But heading into the first 25, it will still be a close tussle between all 8 lanes. But it's lane number 4, AIM Hatim, who's going to edge out his competitors Hesandu and Seniru in lanes 5 and 6.
Did a massive shift coming in from AM Hatim. As Randeep did mention, one of the recognized swimmers in this age category, and is making that favorite tagline. He's justifying it with a brilliant start in this boys under 17 200 meter individual medley. It is closely contested by Akalanka Nisal from St. Joseph's College. Is now going head to head. Akalanka Nisal with a massive push off the wall, but Hatim up to it to take back the lead.
Yes, Hatim from Lyceum International School, Nugegoda, is challenged now by Akalanka Nisal in lane number 3. So definitely a fight between those 2 lanes for the gold medal, but also in lanes number 2 and 5, that's Rehan Jayasuriya and Hesandu Kodagoda, will be fighting for that bronze medal, along with Seniru Fernando from Loyola College Nigambo in lane number 6. So once again, an exciting final, a tussle for those 3 medals. But it is AIM Hatim at the moment clearly in front from his competitors, and he'll bring the gold home for himself and Lyceum International School Nugegoda. And following in second is lane number 3, Akalanka Nisal. And heading into the last 15, Reshwan, it's AIM Hatim who'll bring the gold in for him.
He did quite convincingly as well for AIM Hatim, as he closes in on a special finish. He ends off a timing of 2 minutes and 19 seconds. It was a close tussle for that second spot as well between Akalanka Nisal and Hesandu Kodagoda. Nisal finishing second, with Hesandu Kodagoda finishing in third position. And the next final coming up, the girls under 20 200 meter individual medley.
And lining up lanes 1 through 8, we have Ohasi Utsara, Shanesa Adams, Dinagi Gamage, W. Vijay Singh, Kitumi Nandasoma, Shamira Kandagama, Michaela Vimalasena, and Dinirika Kirani Jaya Singh from Mahamaya Girls College, Kandy. And those are the 8 finalists for the girls under 20 200 meter individual medley. And the one to watch out for will be W. Vijay Singh in lane number 4 and Kituminanda Soma in lane number 5. Those two lanes are the golden lanes and the ones to watch out for. And if you're just joining us here, it's the 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championships 2026. This is day 5, the final day. And this is also powered by HNB and brought to you by Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare. And if you want to watch the remaining finals as well as we have the 50-meter freestyles coming up, you can watch it on Dialogue TV channel number 20, thepapare.com and the Dialogue View app as well. And back to the focus on the girls under 20 200 meter IM. And at the moment it's lane number 3, Dinagi Gamage from Visaka Vidyalaya, who's just in the lead, followed closely by lanes number 4 and 5, that's W. Vijay Singh and Kituminanda Soma. But Kituminanda Soma now will want to challenge lanes 3 and 4 as she's falling back a bit. But Dinagi and W. Vijay Singh seems to be going stroke at the moment, heading into the first 100 meters. And we do have the breaststroke and the freestyle 50 meters coming up. It's definitely going to be interesting who pulls away in the breaststroke, as the freestyle is an all-out sprint and will set the tone. At the moment, Dinagi seems to be just half a body length in front of her competitor, W. Vijay Singh from KIC Aquatics. And also fighting for that bronze spot is Kituminanda Soma in lane number 5 from Lyceum International School, Gampaha. And heading into the wall, you can clearly see now Vijay Singh increasing her stroke rate and will touch the wall roughly at the same time of Dinagi Gamage, and it's set up for an all-out battle for the final 50 meters in the freestyle. But at the moment it's Dinagi Gamage from Visaka Vidyalaya who's pulling away, isn't it, Reshwan?
Indeed, she's really managed things well in the previous 150 meters, and looking to close on and go away with that gold is Dinagi Gamage. And surely with a body length, more than a body length lead, she'll go over and touch that wall for the first spot.
And also a close battle between lanes number 5 and 4 for the silver and the bronze, but it is Kitumi who touches for the silver, and Shemida who touches for the bronze. And moving on to the boys under 20 200 meter IM, lanes 1 through 8, we have AM Randuna, AF Hassan, Senita Denal, Netuka Pereira, CJ Nyandagala, Qaid Farouk, Yaish of Arafat, and Joash Peters to line up the 8 finalists. And at the moment in lane number 5 and 2, that's Nyandagala and AF Hassan at the moment in the lead, but also lane number 3, that's Senita Denal fighting for that top spot. But touching the wall first will be Nyandagala from St. Anthony's College, Kandy, and he'll be followed by Senita Denal from St. Joseph's College and AF Hassan from St. Thomas College, Mount Lavinia. And also trying to catch up is Netaka Pereira from AIS in lane number 4. So still heading into the first 100 meters, aren't we, Reshwana? It's going to be a close tussle for the gold, silver and bronze.
Indeed, we'll be in for a very, very thrilling finish here. The boys under 2200 meter individual medley. The meter record set by Matthew Vape Singh way back in 2015. 2 minutes and 10 seconds is the meet record timing set by Matthew Vape Singh. This is very, very close. In lane number 3, Senita Denal from St. Joseph's College. Going quite closely with Netuka Pereira in lane number 4 and CJ Niyandagal in lane number 5. But currently in a pole position to go on and finish in that number 1 spot is Senita Denal. Turning off the wall for this final 50 meters. Plenty of confidence, but it's CJ Niyandagal from St. Anthony's College, Kandy, breathing right down his neck. But with the final 25 meters approaching, it's Senita Denal with the lead and probably will go off the waters with the gold medal. A close tussle nevertheless for that second spot, Randeep, as Senita Denal finishes off first, and a very, very close finish for that silver medal, and that will probably head to Netuka Pereira in lane number 4.
Is Netuka Pereira coming from behind and managing to pass CJ Niyandagal as well in lane number 5. That was a mighty shift in the last 25 by Netuka Pereira, and he'll definitely grab that silver medal. And Senita Denal on his own, making sure he grabs the gold in this boys under 2200 meter individual medley. But it was an exciting finish as the silver and bronze was closely tussled. But now we are quickly moving on to the women's 20 and over 200 meter IM, and lanes 1 through 7 we have Selini Senitya, Sandani Thenakon, Nishka Nanyakara, Hiruki De Silva, Dinali Karunadasa, Navanjana Sirivardhana and AM Shanti. And we do have 4 swimmers from Killer Whale Aquatics. And in lane number 1, Selini from Sri Lanka Air Force. Fortunately, she will not be there to swim, but nevertheless, Sandani Tendakon from KDU. And in the final lane, lane number 7, AM Shanti from Sri Lanka Army. And the best seat time is from Hiruki De Silva, 2 minutes 26 seconds and a couple of micros, so she'll be the one to watch out for. And she is also the record holder for this event last year, so she'll want to best her timing as well. And at the moment, great underwater there by Hiruki De Silva, but in the butterfly length is Nishka Nanyakara, also from Killer Whale Aquatics, who's challenging her fellow teammate, also competitor in this particular event. And heading into the last couple of meters in the first length, it'll be a close tussle between Nishka and Hiruki. And after that turn, it's Hiruki De Silva who manages to edge out Nishka, and Reshwan, these two will be battling it out for the gold medal.
Indeed, a very close one. But right now, in front is Hiruki De Silva. Hiruki De Silva really in front by a decent margin over Nishka Nanyakara. Both swimmers coming from the Killer Whale Aquatics group.
And currently in lane number 4, Hiruki De Silva, who has managed to extend her lead by about 1.5 body lengths. And Nishka Nanyakara also from Killer Whale Aquatics, like I mentioned earlier, is trying to challenge the record holder in this particular event. But also in lane number 6, that's Navanjana Sirivardhana, will try to vie for that silver or bronze medal as she's getting close to Nishka Nanyakara. So that's a challenge you want to watch out for. But at the moment, it's Hiroki De Silva now who's heading into the last 50. And she'll definitely look to pull away from the challenger. It'll be a tough task for Nishka to catch up. And Hiroki De Silva now will be difficult to beat her record, but she'll definitely get the gold medal in this event. At lane number 6, that's Navanjana Sirivardhana, who's trying to battle it out for the silver medal. But nevertheless, last couple of meters, and it is Hiroki De Silva who will touch for the gold, slower than her record time last year. Nevertheless, still a gold medal, and touching in second place is Nishka Nanyakara. And for the bronze medal is Navanjana Sirivardhana.
Yet another convincing win for Hiroki De Silva as she goes back-to-back gold medals in the women 20 and over 2200 meter individual medley. As we approach yet another final, this time the men's 20 and over 200 meter individual medley coming up after the women's final. Just the 3 participants in lane number 3, SN Ranavira, Gavin Karnanayaka in lane number 4, and Senitha Tenuvara in lane number 5. A forces battle in the waters with SN Ranavira representing Sri Lanka Navy, Gavin Karnanayaka representing Sri Lanka Army, and Senitha Tenuvara representing Sri Lanka Air Force.
And just waiting for the previous final swimmers to get out. And we'll be starting now the men's 20 and over 200 meter individual medley. The record is held by Matthew Abe Singer back in 2016, 2 minutes and 7 seconds. So that'll be difficult to best. But at the moment, heading into the first 25, it's Senitha Tenuvara from the Sri Lankan Air Force who's having a slender lead over Gavin Karunanayaka from the Sri Lankan Army. And Gavin Karunanayaka, the senior man here in this heat, with his fellow swimmers 4 to 5 years younger than him.
Well, that's a very, very good turn coming in from Senitha Tenuvara, representing Sri Lanka Air Force, currently in the lead. And plenty of catching up to do for SN Ranavira and Gavin Karunanayaka. Tenuvara off to a brilliant start. This turn off the wall will be very, very important for him to try and maintain his lead. And a brilliant turn off the wall from Tenuvara, Karunanayaka and Ranavira following up.
At the moment, it's Senitha Tenuvara running away with this race, and heading into the last 15 meters of the breaststroke, he's built a sizable lead over his competitors. And Gavin looking up for that silver medal, challenged by SN Ranavira. And touching the wall will be Senitha Tenuvara heading into the last 50 meters, and definitely an easy 50 freestyle for him. And clearly motoring away, and he's looking to best his time of 2 minutes and 24 seconds in his seed times. But now a close tussle between Gavin and SN Ranavira for that silver medal. At the moment, it is Gavin who's edging out heading into the last 25, but it is Senitha Tenuvara from Sri Lanka Air Force who touches the wall around that 2:20 mark. If it's correct on our unofficial clock, he's bested his seed time. That's a personal best for him. And Gavin from Sri Lanka Army will touch the wall second for that silver medal. And Senitha Tenuara from, SN Ranavira from Sri Lanka Navy will get the bronze. So a dominant display by Senitha Tenuara, and he does get the gold medal in the men's 20 and over. And to take you through the 50-meter freestyle finals, it'll be Nathan and Sitara.
So thank you, Randeep and Reshwan. We are into the final few events now of this 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championships for 2026. It's the 50-meter freestyle finals, starting with the girls under 11. Just waiting for these under 11 girls to line up. But for this in lane order, from lane number 1, we'll have Radhini Nulansa, Eli De Silva, Reheni Gunatilaka, Yasasvi Ekanayaka, Nataya Lianage, Savindhya De Silva, Nisali Jayavira, and Abhimani Dinetma. Let's take a look at the starting lineup on your screen there. Ekanayaka, 35.53 seconds qualifying time. The favorite to go all the way in this particular event, and the meet record currently held by Vandani Fernando, 32.66 seconds, established back in 2019. Just a few more events left then in this championship. It's been 5 long days for these swimmers, and what an exciting way to close it out, isn't it, Sitara, with a 50-meter freestyle race where you can really just give it your all for that one lap.
Definitely one of the more exhilarating events is this 50-meter freestyle. I'm sure all these young girls and boys are excited to get this meet over with early in this season. So awaiting our first heat in this girls under 11 50-meter freestyle final. There seems to be a hold up on that side.
Yes, it's like we're just waiting for the marshals to get back into place. Last few races all started from the opposite end, isn't it? As you take a look at some of the teams, as a Trinity College team had some good performances throughout, and they're here in their numbers to cheer on their schoolmates and their teammates. And obviously some tired looking faces after 5 days of intense action out in these waters.
There we have the ladies college swimming team.
Looks like we're all set to go. Our first 50-meter freestyle final. And straight away, these girls just giving it their all, trying to breathe as little as possible, getting their strokes in. Really splash in the water into the last 25 meters now. Still pretty neck and neck. Looks like it's lane number 3 that's just pipped herself head, or lane number 2 rather. And lane number 5 as well, keeping her name in the mix, but will be a really close one to call. But looks like lane number 5 has done just enough in that final 25 meters. That's Nataya Lianage for Hillwood College Kandy. She'll take gold in the girls under 11 50-meter freestyle.
What a start to these 50-meter finals. An amazing performance by these under 11 girls in that final, clocking definitely sub their prelim timings. They will be very happy with that performance. Moving on to the boys under 11 50-meter freestyle.
Yes, taking a look at the starting lineup. From lane number 1, we'll have Sejan, Sandeep, Kiriyarachi, Jasurya, Amarasekara, Patirana, Yetmika, and Vikramarachi. And the best timing by Sehas Jasurya from St. Peter's College, 33.76 seconds.
Current record held by Mihit Ekneliagoda with 31.51 seconds back in 2019. Hopefully these young boys will try and break this record.
So all of them coming in with excellent qualifying times, all less than 35 seconds. So expect another really closely fought race.
Coming out last in that 50 meters is lane number 3, Kiriarachi. Going into this first 25 of this 50 meters, it is neck and neck here in the boys under 11 50 meter freestyle. Definitely between lanes 3, 5 and 6 for that first place position. Slightly going ahead is lane number 3, trying not to breathe towards that last 15 meters, trying to finish this race off, securing his first place position. And it is lane number 3 with a very close finish by lane number 4.
It's neck and neck there between Kiriarachi and Jayasurya. Both finishing within a few micros of each other. You can see Kiriarachi with a bit of a celebration out to the rest of the pool as well at the end of that. And he's deserved it. Gets himself the gold medal. And he's pumped.
Up next we have the girls under 13 50 meter final. Ranushi Jayasuriya in lane 1, Nulara Jayasekara in lane 2, Praneepa De Silva in lane 3, Visakya Dias in lane 4, Juliana Pereira in lane 5, Osandi Ranavira in lane 6, Inukishana in lane 7 and Sethuki Vikramasinghe in lane 8.
Yes, Juliana Pereira in lane 5 already has a gold medal to her name in the 200 meter freestyle. She'll be hoping for another one. This time across just one lap. Visakya Dias though with the best timing of just 30.19 seconds. And the current meet record 30.58 seconds by Disali Lokuvatta rather, just last year. Keep an eye out for Dias in lane number 4. Crosses the halfway mark, just under 15 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a really close one for Visakya Dias, closely followed by lane number 5, Juliana Pereira. But Visakya Dias just pulling away in this final stretch. And just over 30 seconds on the clock when she touched. And that could potentially, Sitara, be another meet record broken at this 50th National Age Group Championship. And of course we are pending an official confirmation, but what a swim it was from Visakya.
Fantastic swim indeed. Did take maximum of 2 breaths in that 50 meter freestyle, and at this under 13 level, definitely impressive swim by that entire heat as well.
Yes, certainly one for the record books, as we'll move into the boys under 13 50 meter freestyle now. For this in lane order, from lane number 1, Udamsa Gavesh Edirisinghe, Dilusha Perumantantri, WSD Sirivardhana, Yetum Sandilu, Sayan Rajapaksha, IDA Veerasinghe and DIM Vikramaratne. And it is Sirivardhana with a timing of 30.12 seconds that has come into this one as the favorite in lane 4. And the meet record held by Bihandu Hansana, established back in 2018 with a time of 27.63 seconds.
Sirivardhana with that 30-second split in this 50 meter freestyle, going in for that first place position, passing that 25 meter mark first is Sirivardhana, closely followed by lane number 5 Sandilu as well as Rajapaksha in lane number 7.
So it's going to be a close one, but looks like lane number 4 does have that advantage. The favorite coming into this one has done justice to his tag. 29.85 seconds when he touched sub 30 for under 13 boys. Amazing stuff from Sirivardhana, and he gets a deserved gold medal under his belt.
Up next we have the girls under 15 50 meter freestyle. In lane 1, TR Abheratna. In lane 2, Tushali Bandaranayaka. In lane 3, Disali Lokuvitana. In lane 4, Shanudimi Hansa. In lane 5, Liara Dizoiza. In lane 6, Elena Maufer. In lane 7, Oshira Karunaratne. In lane 8, Chenukiliara. Elena Maufer swimming multiple events today, if I'm not mistaken, showing that she will dominate this as well. But the name to look out for is Shanudi Mihansa in lane 4, as well as Liara Di Zoiza in lane 5.
So Lokuvitana also someone who has impressed us, so expect this to be a really close one. They're off, and last out of the underwater is Maufer in lane number 6. Like we said, it's really close, and it is going to be neck and neck heading into that final 25 meters. Lane number 3 just peeping herself ahead, or lane number 4 rather, Mihansa. But as they approach that final stretch, it's going to be a really close one to call. It's like it is lane number 3, Lokuvitana with the advantage. Can lane number 5 beat her to it? And oh, that's really close, Sitara. Lanes 3 and 5 touching, I'm sure, within just a few micros of each other. And both of them, I'm sure, meeting that sub 30 threshold as well.
Lokuvitana and Di Zoiza keeping competition till that last 5 meters. Definitely too close for us to call from up here. Exciting finals here at the Sugudasa with this last event of the National Age Groups tournament. Definitely exciting end to this 5th day.
So now moving into the boys under 15 in lane order. From lane number 1, he'll have Risindu Fonseca, Abhiman Hettiarachchi, SC Gunatilaka, Hashel Senarath, Kadir Rushdi, VS Nimtaka, Carter Joseph, and VO Vijayratna. So plenty of familiar names in this one too. And Hashel Senarath from Gateway College coming in with the best seeded time of 27.4 seconds. And will want to break Kyla Besinger's 12-year-old record of 25.11 seconds for this particular event.
Wonderful start there by Hashel Senarath of Gateway College, Colombo. Going into this boys under 15 50-meter freestyle final. Definitely a well-competed heat here between lanes 2 and 4 for that first place position. Coming down to that last 15 meters. Definitely going to be up to that last 5 meters actually. Coming in first is lane number 4. Very close to call, and I think it was lane number 2 coming in second, but we'll wait for those official timings. What a race, the boys under 15 50-meter freestyle final.
Yes, and what an incredible pace as well, isn't it? 26.64 seconds on our unofficial timing. That's much better than their qualifying times, all above 27 seconds. So brilliant stuff, and kudos to Hashel, who's got himself a gold medal.
Up
Now
next, we have the girls under 17 50-meter freestyle. In lane number 1, Onara Di Silva. In lane number 2, Tinuli Setlini. In lane number 3, Heshara Di Silva. In lane number 4, Unaya Pereira. In lane number 5, Senuki Di Silva. In lane number 6, Danuthi Vikramaratne. In lane number 7, KTT Damsarani. In lane number 8, Dehemi Belpage.
yes, and Unaya Pereira, 29.63, alongside Senuki Di Silva, 29.69. Both with sub 30 timings coming into this one, and Kimiko Rahim's record established back in 2014 for 27.47 seconds is the time they're trying to beat.
Unaya Pereira coming out of that underwater first, trying to hit that 25-meter mark first, and she does, but very closely behind her is lane number 5, Senuki Di Silva, competing for that top position. Definitely a very competitive heat here in the girls under 17.
So it looks like it is lane number 4, Unaya Pereira, comfortably finishing with around 28.2 seconds on our unofficial clocks. Brilliant swim from Unaya. Got herself another gold medal. And eventually had about a body length between her and Di Silva in lane number 5 when she did finish that race.
Up next, we have the boys under 17 50-meter freestyle with Tulaksha Ganindu in lane 1, Setum Thenakon in lane 2, Hesendu Goda in lane 3, WNA Piris in lane 4, Vishwa Prashant in lane 5, Helika Fernando in lane 6, Binuga Netsilu in lane 7, and Yanal Kodikara in lane 8.
And WNA Piris with the best timing 25.45 seconds. And, closely followed by Prashant with 25.83 seconds. The best timings coming into this event, and the record held by Kyle Abhay 23.77 seconds back in 2016.
Wonderful underwaters by this entire heat here in the boys under 17 final. Going into that 25-meter mark in this 50 freestyle, there is nothing to change these few middle lane swimmers here in lanes 3, 4, 5 and 6 coming to the last 15 meters of their 50-meter freestyle. I do think it may be lane number 3 actually that touches the touchpad first. However, we will have to wait for those official timings to confirm, but what a race it was in this boys under 17 50-meter freestyle final.
Yes, brilliant once again. Really closely fought race. You can see they are neck and neck at the halfway stage, and lanes number 3 and 5, Kodagoda and Prashant, in just a couple of micros of each other, and at good time as well. So we take a look at the lineup for the girls under 20 50-meter freestyle. And in lane order from lane number 1, Sachini Gamage, Sanaya Nanayakara, Nitali Outscroon, Jessie Seniviratna, Lehara Melegoda, Tenushi Kalavitigoda, Andrea Tirukuma and Martha Fernando, and Jessie Seniviratna with a timing of 28.84 seconds, the favorite in lane number 4, and Kimiko Rahim's record of 26.49 seconds established back in 2016 is the current meet record.
Exciting heat here in the girls under 20 category of this 50-meter freestyle final. Going into that, wonderful underwaters there by Jessie Seniviratna in lane 4. Going into that 25-meter mark, I do think it will be Jessie crossing over first, and it is very well competed for that second and third place position. Coming in lane number 3 is Nethalie from Holy Family Convent, competing for those top 3 positions, but I do think it will be Jessie Seniviratna taking this girls under 20 freestyle gold, and she does touch the wall first, closely followed by lane numbers 5 and 3.
So quite comfortably in the end for Seniviratna. 27.8 seconds was the time on our clock. Jessie swimming for Lyceum International School, Gampaha, and just dominated that one from start to finish, and quite a comfortable victory for her in the end to take the girls under 20 50-meter freestyle gold medal. As we move now to the boys category, and some heavy hitters in this one. So we take a look at the lineup from lane number 1, TT Vikramaratna, Danush Vijay Sundara, SI Nawaz, AN Dabare, MF Muhammad, Sasmita Vattarantan, Gumsara Veerasinghe and IA Disanayaka. Dabare and Muhammad the ones to watch out for, both with sub 25 timings.
Definitely Dabare and Muhammad definitely looking to break that 2017 record established by Kyle Abhay in this boys under 20 50-meter freestyle. What a heat here in this boys under 20 50-meter freestyle. Slightly ahead is MF Muhammad of Zahira College, trying to gain that advantage and breathe with absolutely no breaths actually taken in this last 15 meters, securing his first place, subbing almost 23 to 24 seconds. Hopefully he would have broken that record, but what a swim by all these young boys in this boys under 20 50-meter freestyle.
It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Muhammad. Just under 25 seconds on our clock, or under 24 seconds on our clock when he touched rather, and pending an official confirmation, potentially another meet record on the cards here. Brilliant from Muhammad. He takes a deserved goal. As we now move into the open categories, our last 2 races of the day, starting with the women's open. And in lane order from lane number 1, Fernando Silva, Bandula Sena, Caitlin De Silva, Nanayakara, Varsha and Kumaranayaka. And Caitlin comfortably coming in as the favorite with a timing of 27.7 seconds. Meet record, a fairly new one established by Hiruki De Silva back in 2025. The timing of 27.99.
Caitlin definitely looking to better this record by her teammate Hiruki De Silva back in 2025. I'm sure all these young swimmers, actually older swimmers, women's 20 and over, in this 50-meter freestyle final, aiming to hit those 27 to 29 seconds in this final of this women's 20 and over.
It's a bit of a hold up here before we can get underway. Yes, as we come into our last couple of races, Sitara, what a meet it's been, isn't it? Right from day one, seen plenty of records shattered. We've seen some really good performances by all these athletes, and certainly one to remember this 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championships.
Indeed, I'm sure all these athletes ready to finish this national age group meet off in their calendars, coming to the last two heats of this entire 5-day meet.
There's a few of your juniors here, I assume, Sitara?
Yes, the ladies college swimming team looking very tired after 5 days, I'm sure, waiting for their former captain to finish her heat off, unsure of what the delay is on the right side of the pool.
So looks like there's been some confusion regarding the lane order. Hopefully that's resolved soon and we can get underway. But yes, kudos to the organizers. There has been minimal delay at this 50th National Age Group Aquatic Championships, proudly sponsored of course by HNB, who have come on board for most of the aquatic sports related stuff over the past year and a half or so, and brought to you on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, the Papare. So we are good to go then in the Women's Open 50-meter freestyle.
And they're off already with a very impressive underwater is Caitlin De Silva of Kilowells Aquatics, coming to that 25-meter mark with a steady lead. Not closely, very closely followed actually is Nishka Nanayakkara of Kilowells as well. Going into that last 15 meters of their 50-meter freestyle is Caitlin De Silva and Nishka Nanayakkara. Caitlin De Silva touching that touchpad first, with Nishka Nanayakkara closely following. And in that third place, we will have lane number 6 and 3 competing for that bronze medal.
So that's very good stuff from Caitlin De Silva. 27.21 seconds on our unofficial timing. So pending a confirmation, we might have another new meet record. Caitlin De Silva beating her teammate and breaking the record just a year later at the 2026 championships. And now into our last event of the day and last event of this meet, the men's open 50-meter freestyle finals. And taking a look at the lineup from lane number 1, KK De Silva, Dinal Veerasinghe, Panduka Lohan, Kaila Besinghe, Kavisha Tenuwara, AR Faham, Chris Pavitra and Malisha Fonseca. And Kaila Besinghe with 24.03 comes in with the best timing and comes in as the favorite, and it's his brother's record that still stands since 2018 of 22.65 seconds.
Sure, Kyle is looking to break this record here in the men 20 and over 50-meter freestyle. We're on for a very good last final of this national age group meet here at the Sugadadasa Stadium. Wonderful underwaters there by Kyle Abesinghe, coming out last in this 50-meter freestyle, passing that 25-meter mark, but not far behind him is lane number 3, Lohan from the Sri Lanka Navy, competing for that first place position, as well as lane number 5, Kavisha Tenuwara, but it is Kyle Abesinghe that touches the wall first, closely followed by lane numbers 5 and 3. What a race that was.
It's just 23.22 seconds on our unofficial timing. That's really good going by Kaila Besinghe, and like you said, closely followed by Panduka Lohan and Tenuwara on either side of him. It's dominated by Abesinghe from start to finish, but you saw just how close that ending got there, and I think Tenuwara snapped that silver medal, and Lohan will have to settle for a bronze in the men's open 50 meter freestyle.